we're gonna go over some things, right? We're gonna learn some things, I hope. I haven't even gone over all the information that I've collected, so this will kind of be something that we should learn together. So, let me see if I can have everything on my left monitor so I can actually read what the hell anybody says. What up, Robin? First time I've ever streamed anything like this anyway, so hit me up with any questions as I go, because I'm positive I will go too fast. But basically, why are we here at this moment? We are here to figure out if Coil has some jankness, which people say is already true. It could be. I haven't actually compared yet. I just recorded everything. So, what I did is I recorded. I had to hold 2 different controllers myself, and I needed 2 switches and 2 copies of the game. But I recorded Try, Bolt, Chilla, and Sparky. So you get stun, freeze, shock, electric. On Coil, what happens when she's hit by it, we'll figure out what the frames look like. And yeah, I got sidetracked. Yeah, I'll show you what's up. Double D. So Chilla, Sparky, and Try Bolt here. It's recorded in 60 frames per second, which you need for the most accurate frame count. And then to make it even easier to do quick maths, I have all of the video here in this is Sony Vegas. And it's super easy if you do it in Sony Vegas because, let me see if I can zoom in. Whoop, where am I at? So it's easy as heck because it actually counts out the frames for you, tells you which individual frame you're on. So when you're going frame by frame, you just look at it and you do quick math. Easy. I already have full preview on. So this first Sony Vegas window is just attacking Coil with the 3 weapons, arms. And then I have another video here where it's the same exact stuff, but with 2 springmen. Now, why does it matter to actually know any of this crap? Or to test it like this? Because you could just eyeball it. You could probably get really close to what it actually is, but this is just for basically documentation, archiving it, saying that you can see, you can follow along with it, and if you have issues with it, you could retest it yourself. But I mean, people have already told me it is true. I don't feel one way or another about it. I just wanted to test it out myself and also make this an opportunity to explain what the hell frame data is to anybody. Frame data basically is just basic, it's a super general term, but you just count frames in a 60 frame per second game, and the amount of frames helps you just have a baseline to study stuff basically. So when it comes to what we're looking at today, I'm gonna hit characters with arms. I'm gonna see how many frames in the game. Remember, there's 60 of them in a second. Pass until the character can move again. From the first frame that the game, you can see that they got hit, that the game registered they got hit, to the first frame where they can block again. And then that duration, you can just you can compare against other characters and see if the characters are any different. And if what everyone's saying is true, then we'll see some differences for sure in stun. Oh god, I choked on myself. For sure we'll see some differences in stun, because everybody's been saying, or a lot of people have been telling me that stun's different. But maybe we'll see some different stuff in freeze or ice, and also with shock. But here, let me get my, I have like Notepad here out just for some notes. You guys should be able to see that. And I've got a calculator, which you should also see. Cool. I think you can see that. So I'm going to make this smaller. We don't need a huge thing. Weep. Okay. So this first video is, or this first segment of clips here is Springman attacking with uncharged Tribolt. So, yeah, just like that. So here is where we would go. Oh, I need to zoom in so it goes frame by frame. So now you see that it goes frame by frame. Let me zoom in just so you can see what I mean by that. Magnifier, put over here. Okay. So right now it says it's in the video, it says it's 114 frames deep. So I'm just hitting right on the keyboard. Oh, wrong window. And we're going to go frame by frame. So let's just do this. So the very first frame, we'll go by hit spark because I've already noticed that there's some really weird inconsistency on what frame the game wants to put the damage icon on the screen. Sometimes it's the same frame, sometimes it's 2 or 3 frames difference, but the frame you get hit first, it's always going to be the same. You can't move after you've been hit. So we'll say frame 123 here is where Springman gets hit by an uncharged tri-bolt. Let me zoom out because this is weird. Okay, 123. Let me write that down. 123 is the start. So 123 was the start. There it is. And he's just going frame by frame, and he should block. You can see clearly the first frame that Springman blocks. His shield starts to phase in. So that is frame 164 is the first frame that he can block. So we'll go one frame back to 163. That's the one we care about. That's the last possible frame of hit stun. 163. So quick maths, you just do 163 minus 123. That's 40 frames of hit stun on an uncharged tri-bolt. But we need to add one more frame because you need to count the first frame as a unique number. So 41 frames. And we're going to look at it again to make sure that's actually true. I'm not going to chat because it's on another window, but I'll be there in a sec. Okay. So I do it 2 times just so that I don't do anything crazy. So second time around, it's also hard to hit someone with 1 tri-bolt. We'll say the first frame of hit is 420. 420, and where are we going? What frame? Oh, I went way ahead. Frame 420. Okay, from 420 to 459 is the first frame where he blocks. 459. So quick maths again. 459 minus 420. 39 plus 1 frame, so that's 40. So that might be something I'll just record a few more times later on because that was different by 1 frame. So, but you know, basically 40 frames of hit stun on an uncharged tri-bolt. We'll get to the bottom of that later. I'll test more. So, oh wait, no, that's actually, shoot. Did I take both from the same video? I'm already tripping, guys. So this is Springman. Did I do the first video on Springman? I did, didn't I? Okay. So both of those values are for Springman. Shoot. I wanted to start with this one. Crap. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this quickly because I screwed up. So frame 75, same stuff. Oh god. Okay, 75 until she can block at until 106. So let me bring this up here. 106 minus 75 plus 132. That's already a big friggin' difference. So this is for coil. Uncharged tri-bolt. And I'm going to do that one more time, make sure it's somewhat consistent. What frame did that end on? 106, so from 106 area. Alright, let's move on to the next time I hit her. I edited it kinda so that there was no huge gap, so you wouldn't see me just moving between the video for an eternity. 351 until 385. Quick math, 3 85 minus 351 plus 1, 35 frames. Yeah, that's weird. Gonna have to test that a few more times until we get some consistency. Probably the range I'm at, I don't know what could be affecting that, but just, I mean, casually, that's already different. Springman and coil are affected by uncharged tri-bolts differently, it seems. So that's tri-bolt uncharged, and then here is when the charged tri-bolt starts. So charged tri-bolt on coil. Frame 1 of that stun is 571 until, shoot, get back to 571. 571 until 619. X-Files music would be good because it's just probably deathly quiet because I'm just doing this with no background music. 571, 48 plus 1, so 49 frame. You know, I can solve that. Let me get some friggin' music in here, man. I almost never work with that music. This is work. You won't see it, it's gonna be on my other monitor. Okay, what frame was that? 619, 619-ish. 619. Okay. And then the second go around, charge tri-bolt. Frame 854. Until, still going, 901. Quick math, 901 minus 854. 48 frames. You add one to that, so 48 frames. So there's 1 frame inconsistencies here and there. So I mean, to get to the bottom of it, I would just record it like 10 times. Try to keep the same range, like as close as possible, I guess, and then go through it and see if there's any differences. But this is on coil charged tri-bolt. Oh god. Put on some music.
There's things I
No, that'll work. Okay, so that should be lower than my voice. Okay, so did I miss anything in chat? No, his coil seems to be running at roughly 10 frames quicker. Something like that, man. Let's switch over to spring. Springling. I want to make sure that the desktop music is... Okay, I need to lower that a bit. That's better. Alright, let me switch videos to spring. Okay, that's the second one. Nope. Okay. 792 for spring here. Music's much better. 792 until 846. Quick maths. Oops. Plus 155. And then I recorded it one more time. Kind of walked into it though. I hope that doesn't change anything. 1000. Oh, that's not right. That might be where the frame differences are coming. Maybe I'm not zoomed in enough on the video to where it's going one frame. Maybe it might be jumping by 2 frames. Okay, 1061. Might be user error, which I do sometimes. Okay. Okay. 1115. Let's do some quick maths on that. I'm gonna keep saying that. There's no real way to make this engaging. I'm sorry, guys. 54, 55. Okay, that was consistent at least. So, what does that actually mean for coil? Let me see. So, how many seconds is 55 frames or parts of a second? Oh, come on. Well, basically, I mean, just at a glance, 55 frames, that's basically 1 second, very close to 1 second. So, Spring's almost stunned for 1 whole second, and then Coil, nah, man, she's not. That is noticeable, so let's see. Oops. My brain hurts already. I tried to have everything organized to the point where it wasn't like stupid crazy to follow. Probably failing on that, but we're here. We're doing it. Let's see. Okay. Yep. That's a difference though. It's 48 frames. I'll just go with the lower one for now. So 7 more frames, or you know, if the first number was correct, that makes sense. People are saying 6 frame difference. Ridiculous.